What is a circular supply chain? A circular supply chain is a strategic approach where materials and products are designed, sourced, used, reused, repaired, and recycled, rather than simply consumed and discarded. It's not just about waste reduction. It's a redefinition of value, from linear throughput to regenerative cycles. In a circular model, waste becomes a resource. Old packaging becomes new inputs. Used components are disassembled, refurbished, and reintroduced into the system. Even reverse logistics, once a burden, is transformed into a core capability. But let's be clear, this is not the same as traditional sustainability programs. Circularity isn't a side project, it's a total redesign of supply chain logic. Why is this concept rising now? In 2025, companies are waking up to the fact that supply chains are not infinite extraction machines. We're seeing pressure from regulators to adopt extended producer responsibility, EPR, scarcity of key materials, especially rare earths and recyclable polymers, growing consumer demand for transparency, reuse, and low-impact logistics. The cost of waste, financial, reputational, environmental, becoming too high to ignore. Suddenly, it's not just efficient to be circular, it's existential. The world isn't just running out of materials, it's running out of tolerance for linear waste. But circularity is not simple. Here's the mistake companies often make. They try to green their operations without rethinking their business models. That's like repainting a sinking ship. Circular supply chains demand design for disassembly at the product level, traceability of materials across multiple life cycles, collaboration with competitors to create shared return systems, new logistics flows, not just forward to customer, but backward, sideways, and regenerative. In other words, you're not just shipping products anymore. You're managing material ecosystems. If you can't trace where your product goes after the sale, do you really control your supply chain? That question is at the heart of circular thinking, and companies are starting to realize that supply chain management no longer ends at delivery, it ends at re-entry. Why this matters for learning and development. Circular supply chains aren't just a technical challenge, they're a leadership challenge. You need professionals who can think in loops, not lines. People who understand not only logistics, but systems thinking, cross-functional coordination, and life cycle impact. And this is where most education programs fall short. They train people for yesterday's linear world. At Kaleidoscope International, we build the new kind of professional. Our immersive courses simulate the real complexity of closed-loop systems. We don't just ask, how can you move goods faster? We ask, how can you move value more wisely and make it come back? We believe that future supply chain leaders are not just operators, they are architects of regeneration.